welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Campbell.
This is an episode, and I think it's always important to call these out at the start of the episode. Mm-hmm. An episode on which we're on high cat alert.
Yes.
Occasionally we are left alone to record, which leaves us alone with the cat.
Yeah.
And obviously we're not going to edit it out if anything gets in our way.
Yeah.
So this is an episode on high cat alert.
On high cat, or level 5 cat.
Yeah. The cat's been sleeping all day. He is due to wake up any second now.
Yeah. There's one thing I appreciate about Meggs and Meggs the cat, and he'll get a pat.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, he's getting a pat.
Yeah.
And I I like that about him.
You appreciate his vigor.
Yeah, he just gets it done.
Doesn't care if you're podcasting or cooking.
On the toilet.
Or both of your hands are full.
Yeah.
He's getting a pat.
He's getting a pat. Kembe, I have something that I'd like you to weigh in on.
Okay.
This is obviously an argument that I've had between my partner and I.
Right.
And need to settle it on the podcast as I do all my problems.
I do feel bad for our respective partners because often we'll bring our arguments to the show.
Yeah.
But we are so similar.
Yeah.
That
We disagree with each other.
all we want is validation of our own point.
Like, I knew I was right.
That being said, we're not identical, so there is a chance I'll side with Ellen.
Sometimes. Okay, I need to put it to you, obviously, just in a non-biased way. So I'm just going to say it,
okay,
and then we can discuss it afterwards. Which is more fancy?
Yep.
A quiche?
Yep.
Or a shepherd's pie?
A quiche.
It's obviously a quiche. It's so obviously a quiche. A shepherd's pie.
Okay, first of all, shepherd's pie, presuming that is for the working class.
It's for the tradies.
Shepherd's pie.
That's what my reasoning was. I said tradies get that.
Oh yeah.
Tradesmen.
My dad.
I guess is tradies. I guess that's an Australian thing. Tradies.
Do
people say tradies?
Possibly. Yeah. A tradesman.
People.
My dad. My whole life has been a cabinet built maker. Right?
Yeah.
He is tradie through and through.
Yeah.
He loves his Iron Million boots. He wears a lot of high vis.
Yeah.
He loves a shepherd's pie.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't go near a quiche.
Yeah.
Too fancy.
The word itself is too fancy. Let alone the product.
Yeah. Okay. You can buy a shepherd's pie in a 7-Eleven Walmart.
Yeah.
But you can't buy a quiche.
Here's the thing. I said like the exact same thing. I said you can get it at a 7. She said you can get a quiche at a 7. I was like, I don't think you can get a quiche.
Service stations or gas stations for our American friends.
Yeah.
Is she going to
fancy
that you're
ones,
buying
apparently.
quiche?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I know you guys now live in like a somewhat affluent suburb.
Yeah.
It's rubbed off on her real quick. Either that or she comes from Western Australia.
Yeah.
They're way fancier over there than we thought.
Maybe they're so fancy that they have quiche in their service. But she thinks that's not fancy anyway. So that's why it's so confusing anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Even if she said quiche isn't fancy, it's weird that she thinks shepherd's pie is. Just on the off chance someone doesn't know what a shepherd's pie is. It's a meat pie, but the topping of it is potato.
Mashed potato.
It's like mashed potato.
Yeah.
And the fancier shepherd's pie, if there is such a thing, slightly burnt mashed potato on top, like kind of a crisp layer to it.
Yeah. That is the fancy version of a shepherd's pie.
Yep.
It doesn't make the shepherd's pie fancy.
No. Because you can get a fancy pie with like very flaky pastry. Don't like them as much.
Yeah.
Too fancy.
Give me the ones that look like they've been rolled around in dirt. That's the meat pie I enjoy.
Our policy of just backing each other up has worked.
That's good. Right in.
Does Alan listen to the show?
Sometimes.
Okay. Oh, we're in a danger zone then.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah, that's right. Anywho, let's get into the first Reddit on Reddit. It's by...
Oh, by the way, quiche is egg and bacon pie.
It's like I feel like you can do
like
it
a
lots of
breakfast
different
pie.
ways.
Yeah,
I feel like a shepherd's pie is very specific. Quiche maybe can be slightly different things.
Yep. Sometimes they have mushroom in them.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can have it's think of all the fancy ingredients. They'll go in a quiche.
Yeah. The thing is, they only get fancier.
So I never know what foods are in which countries.
What places.
And we've seen our demographic. It's more widespread than you'd imagine. So I just got to cover the bases.
Google quiche.
Yeah.
Try to spell that.
I assume it's French. It sounds French.
Yeah. There isn't anything a French person's done that isn't fancy. I'm putting that out there.
And if it is French, la-dee-da, as the French say.
Yeah, they do say that. Okay, this first one is by No Cardiologist 4705. For $10 billion, would you rather... This is in polls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. $10 billion. Again, we've gone to the problem of way too much money.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be real bad for me to not do this.
I'd probably do all these things. But the thing is, which one would you do?
Yep. Okay.
So I guess that's slightly different. Yep. Upload all your web browser history. Mm-hmm. Number 2, tongue kiss your first cousin. Mm-hmm. Throw a cat off the top of the Empire State Building.
Jesus.
Shoot a random person in the face.
The first one.
Upload all your web browser history?
Yeah, easily. Like, look, there'll be embarrassing stuff in there, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm a fucking human being. I don't think anyone will be that shocked.
Yeah.
At stuff I wouldn't even be embarrassed if, like, there's the porn history. It'd be like the weird stuff I've Googled at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
To be like, how many centimeters in a meter again?
Yeah.
100. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That would be the more embarrassing stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Or like,
but also,
you know when you Google something to learn how to spell it?
Yeah.
They're the embarrassing ones.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like quiche.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true. It would be the more minor things than like something like porn because it's like everybody watches that, you know?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Or it'd be those searches where you progressively see what they're really trying to search for.
Yeah.
So say, I don't know, like an actress I like has been nude in a movie.
Yeah.
Let's take Jessica Chastain.
Yeah.
A beautiful woman. She is naked in the movie Lawless.
Yeah.
So I type in Jessica Chastain.
No.
Jessica Chastain Lawless. Jessica Chastain Lawless. Private nude. Jessica Chastain nude. Yeah. It's those gradual searches until you're like, we all got what he was going for.
And then one that slightly breaks the search results, which is how do I turn safe search off?
Yeah. But shooting someone in the face or killing a cat.
Yeah.
Like my mild embarrassment.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't think anyone, except for maybe someone that like really hates me, would take the time to actually go over, because I search a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's going to be mundane.
Yeah.
Recently brought some boots. Oh God, I Googled so many boots to find the right ones.
Yeah.
So like pages and pages is just going to be me looking at different boots online. You know? Like there's going to be, someone's really going to have to be dedicated to trying to mildly embarrass me to get anything out of that.
Yeah. I don't have time for that.
No one does.
Here's the thing though. How about this? You've got $10 billion now.
Yeah.
Just give me like 10 million for me to not look at your search history. That's nothing.
Yeah. What was that? There's one I'm missing there. The cat that
Tongue
shoots someone in the
kiss your
face.
first cousin.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either.
Why would you want to do that? Here's the only thing that I
That
think...
would be the, like, honestly, that's more preferable to the other two anyway. Because again, you're not taking a life.
Yeah.
Tongue kiss your cousin or shoot someone in the face.
Yeah.
If anyone chooses to shoot someone in the face, something is really wrong with them.
Well-
Because tongue kissing your cousin is gross,
Yeah.
but the other one is a murder.
Well, is it, Cambo? See, I'm thinking for the loophole here.
Great.
What a gun.
Yeah.
What a gun.
Oh,
Shoot in the
this is
face.
good.
It's actually the least
Yeah, this is good.
worst of all of them.
They are these fools.
These
They weren't to know that we'll find a loophole in anything.
We'll find the loophole in just about bloody anything. I
Yeah,
swear to
or
God.
I guess if you created a net just below the top story of the Empire State Building, and
Yeah.
you threw a cat off into the net,
Yeah.
that could also still count.
Or a little parachute.
Little parachute.
Okay? That would look cute. People would take photos and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you sue them, and that's how you get the $10 billion. Because you say, this is my artistic thing that I'm doing, throwing a cat over the Empire State Building. Do you reckon you could get away with that? Sometimes there's really weird art installations.
I don't think so. Because you need to do it legally. You can't throw anything on. They've got the huge barriers on the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
For the very reason that no one can throw or jump off the Empire State Building.
Yes.
So you'd need to get permits in the first place, which is where I suspect your plan would meet its first.
Here's the thing. I think if I just walked up to the Empire State people, Mr. Empire State himself, and
Johnny Empire State,
yeah, and said, "Hey, can I throw this cat off your building?
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's got a parachute on it." I think he'd be like, "No, who the hell are you? Here's the other scenario that can be."
Yeah.
I say, "Hello, Mr. Johnny Empire State."
Yeah.
I don't
Hello.
know.
That's how he sounds.
Yeah, it's really weird. I say, have you seen my other work where I throw various animals off various different buildings?
Yeah.
Here is a turtle I threw off my shed into just some water. He's fine. I also brought him along.
Will you maybe bring up some rivals to try and, threw this off Rockefeller Center?
Yeah.
It's another fine building in this New York City.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, Mr. Rockefeller is actually a person, so
yeah,
you could say I went to Mr. Rockefeller and he was fine with it.
Yeah, I think that's it. Bring all the animals with you to show that they are fine. I think that's a concern of people. You threw them off, but where are they now? Mm-hmm. But also, just get lookalikes because you'll have some accidents every now and again. Let's be honest. Is somebody going to identify one turtle to another? Don't think so. That's just backup little thing that you should know while you're doing this. And I think if you had a proven track record of this, then they'd let you do it. It's like those Red Bull guys, They can be like, "Hey, put me in a
okay, what if you say, Mr. Empire State, if you let me throw this cat off the Empire State Building, I will donate to charity $1 million.
Whoa.
Of your $10 billion. That's change. But they don't know the deal that you've made with, I assume, the devil. I don't know who's making these $10 billion deals.
No, I like the idea that you are in some way making $10 billion off this act.
Oh, gotcha. Like a pay-per-view.
Yeah. Tongue kissing your first cousin, obviously that's going straight to a porn site. $10 billion like that.
Yeah.
Throw a cat off an Empire State Building. That's what I mean. It's like some sort of weird arts installation that super fancy rich people will pay to see.
Yeah. Eating their quiches.
Shoot a random person in the face. That is assassination.
Someone has paid you to assassinate this person.
To assassinate somebody. Because for $10 billion.
Because that one, I feel like there would be like a cruel twist. But like, if you shoot someone in the face, you get $10 billion. And you say, "I'll do it." They say, "Okay, it's Vladimir Putin or something." You're like, "How am I going to get to him? He's in a bunker."
Such an issue.
Should have thrown that cat off the Empire State.
I could have got my blame money. Upload all your web browser history, funnily enough, also on a porn site. People pay for that stuff.
Yeah.
You just have to obviously have some sort of avatar. You catfish people that you're like some super attractive woman. And they're like, "Oh, look at this super attractive woman looking up boots. Looking up men's boots. Oh, it's so sexy." People will get off on anything. So,
And I'm happy to help.
Yeah, that's right. For $10 billion. Thank you. Anyway, some of the fun part of these poll ones is you guess highest to lowest. Would you like to take a stab in the dark?
Surely people must agree with me that uploading your history is the least evil of all of these.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it goes... Oh, people do love cats. Okay. So I'm going to go internet history, cousin, shoot someone in the face, cat is the least.
Oh, okay. Cat's least. Yeah, okay.
So from most popular to least popular.
Okay. Weirdly, tongue kissing your first cousin is the top voted one. That's insane to me.
Yeah.
That is so. This makes me think there are more people tongue kissing their first cousins already, and they're like, "Why would I upload my own web history?"
Where was this poll conducted?
Yeah. Ooh. In incestuous state here.
Yeah. We've all got them in our countries. You fill in the blank.
Yeah. Have a big old laugh about it. So yeah, that was 3,600 people.
Yep.
3,400 people, so obviously not that much more less,
Yep.
would upload their web browser history. Then 2,000 people would throw a cat off the Empire State Building, and then 532 people would shoot a random person in the face.
Oh, random person. Okay.
Yeah, shoot a random person in the face.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, the data speaks for itself.
it does.
People want to kiss their cousins.
Yep. At what? I want to know. What's the lowest amount of money you would accept for doing these things? Like uploading my web browser history. Like I'd do it for like $10.
Yeah.
And even then, no, wait, it'd have. No, I've decided more like $500 because I feel like the effort of perhaps me having to go do that is just annoying. So like,
again, I think I've said this in the past, but it would need to cover an expense of mine in some way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think last time I equated it to like I would need to be able to get like a new phone out of it or something like that.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'd have to find the equivalent of what I
Yeah.
what I need at the time. Stacey and I probably have to buy a new fridge soon.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Okay. So you're
Actually, you know what? We need to do a general kitchen renovation soon. So cover the kitchen renovation. I've decided.
Okay. But see, that's still like, but that makes it seem like your browser history is so much more consequential, you know?
Yeah, but like just for the hassle of it,
Yeah.
you know what? Like I need this.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a hassle to do.
Yeah.
If you cover that, I'll do it.
See, I think I'm pretty cheap for the uploading web browser history, but then jumping up to tongue kiss my first cousin, to me that goes like way higher.
Yeah, that's
I'm in
kitchen
the
and bathroom
millions.
renovation.
But yes. Anyway, throw a cat off the Empire State Building, free if it's Meggs. Get rid of him. That's what I say.
On the way down, somehow he'll get a pat.
Yeah, he will get a pat.
He'll find a way.
He'll probably land and survive, and then run up the stairs just for a pat.
Update. Cat hasn't awoken.
Oh,
Cat has not awoken.
yeah, we're on. We've lowered the risk scale to 4.9.
By the way, this is a scale out of 3, so we're still above absolute maximum.
It's like those cartoons where you see them like driving really fast and the speedometer thing goes off the scales.
Yep.
That's where we're at.
That's where we're
at right now. Anyway, let's get into Ask Reddit. Ask Reddit. This Ask Reddit is by So All of This. Atheists. If there is a life after death and you are standing before a supreme being after you passed, what would be the first thought that came to mind and the first question you asked them?
I mean, the first thought that would come to mind is,
Yeah.
Because, like, I wouldn't be annoyed if there was life after death. It would be great.
Yeah.
It would be fantastic. So, like, I'd just be like,
Yeah.
oh, my God. I mean, literally, oh, my God.
Oh my God. I think mine would be,
Yeah, I don't know. It would be, would be my reaction. And the question would be, am I in trouble?
Yeah. Oh, okay. See, yeah, that's good. I mean, just straight out asking it. But see, I feel like he's going to let you know that regardless. Or she or it, I suppose, technically. It's probably going to let you know if you're in trouble or not. You've wasted a question.
If I'm in the afterlife and I'm happy, I presume I've passed the test.
Oh,
If I'm in the afterlife and I'm very hot and uncomfortable,
whoa. I'm thinking, my first thought is, wonder what religion this relates to.
Yeah. I had the same thought, actually. Yeah. Which one are you guys?
Yeah. That would tempting to be my first question. Like, are you Christian? And just work that out.
I would love it to be one of the small guys, you know? One of the sects of a main religion.
Yeah.
What's a small
Scientology?
Yeah, that would be a real. Oh, I still don't know if I want to go here.
Yeah,
I understand this is heaven, but
I think I'm good. If I could just go into nothingness, that'd be super.
But what if it was like Mormons? It's like it's the Mormons were the ones that were correct, or you know.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay. They seem like nice people, though, right?
Yeah, but it's just like they're always seen as a bit weird and a bit left of center, like to the general public. People tend to kind of make fun of them.
Yeah,
to be like
they're so enthusiastic.
They were right. Everyone else was just a dick.
Yeah, I think though, probably at this point, me understanding what religion it is, perhaps also not really that useful.
Yeah.
So I think my first question to the Supreme Being is going to be, do you have an Achilles heel of sorts? Is there a way to defeat you?
Yeah, right.
You know, just in case it turns sour for me, I want to know the way. If they were like, yeah, actually, if you get a corkscrew and stab it up my nostril, that's it.
It's my weakness.
That's where I'm done. I'd be like, okay, cool, good to know. Anyway, carry on. Why am I here? And then, if it turns bad, pull out the corkscrew.
I would be interested in that. Like, a lot of different religions, even though they're different religions, share similar traits.
Yeah.
I would be interested if this being isn't recognizable to me. So it's not Buddha or Muhammad or Christ or anything like that. And I'm like, which one are you? And they're like, actually, here's the funny thing. No one got it right.
Yeah.
No one quite got it right.
Well, to me, that's far more likely.
But yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right?
There is, just no reason, because no religion explains history as well as science has been able to explain it. There is in the Bible, God wasn't like, at one point I made dinosaurs, and then I felt like that was kind of a bad idea.
Yeah.
It just, if that was in there, far more believable.
Yeah.
I would have liked the idea that the Catholic Church at one point, I mean, sometimes they do update stuff, like, maybe not the Catholics, but I think some Christian faiths, I think there's one in particular. Actually, it might be Mormons, where they change their stance on like gay people and
being allowed into heaven. Yeah,
maybe even black people. I think is also a thing.
Yeah. I only learnt that through the Book of Mormon musical. So
right. Yeah.
Take that for the scholarly text that it is.
Yeah, that's right. See, to me, that makes more sense. Like, at least you've tried to update. Things to be like, and they're like, God came down and he told us that he did create the dinosaurs, and then we'd be like, oh, okay, thank God, that makes sense.
I know the current Pope is more progressive than some in the past, and I believe it was sex out of wedlock. He said,
right,
wouldn't exclude you from heaven, or
it was
something.
It's
like fucking baby steps.
Yeah,
it's like, people are out here eating ass, mate. You really gotta step up.
He's starting with that, Cambo, and then he's going to move on to relations between older men and young boys. He's totally fine. It's a slippery slope. I think there's no one religion that's covered everything.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if we got up there and whatever entity is like, you were wrong. And by chance, 3 people have accidentally followed all the things that I deem acceptable in life. And you're one of them. Yeah. So, yeah.
It turns out podcasters were the holiest of all.
Yeah, yes. Except Joe Rogan, obviously. for obvious reasons. Anywho. Here's another one, Cambo. Speaking of God, perhaps.
Okay.
This is by 70701. Morgan Freeman was well accepted as actor to play God. Which actor would you nominate to play the devil in all future depictions?
Well, I'm wondering whether or not one of the past people to play the devil already works. Yeah. My mind immediately, when you said actor the devil, went to Al Pacino, who played the devil in Devil's Advocate.
Right.
He's in his like satin red jacket and he's going, it's me, the devil. And I'm like, yes, I reckon you'd be about this.
Pretty devilly.
Yeah, pretty devilly.
I like to think, though, that the real devil, because he does exist, is not as like crazy, over the top, satanic.
Well, yeah, it's interesting to see the different interpretations of the devil. You look at like something silly like the Tenacious D movie.
Yeah.
Dave Grohl plays the devil. Big horns, big hooves, big booming voice kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then you look at something like the Sandman comics, also recently adapted into the TV series Lucifer, where the devil is very suave, and very appealing.
See, I see
very
that
corrupting.
I see that way more,
Which is
as like
more
my
the take
depiction of
that
devil.
Al Pacino did in The Devil's Advocate. He's essentially trying to woo Keanu Reeves, for people that haven't seen this movie, into corrupting him and cheating on Charlize Theron and all kinds. And the idea is like he's presented this really cool, suave businessman.
Yeah.
Because it was the early 90s and businessmen were like super cool at the time.
Yeah.
But it's not that he is like out and out evil. It's that he seduces people over to being corrupt.
Yeah, yeah. See, I see that more. Because I think for that reason, I actually like Kevin Spacey as a devil.
Yeah.
Kind of works on two parts now.
It does, yeah.
But if specifically for his role in House of Cards, like to me, he kind of plays that sort of evil, conniving character where you sort of don't know it to look at him in a way. You know, he plays the part really well. And so I feel like you could totally adapt that. And also people would be like, cool, I guess this is the only role we'll accept him to play now. I don't like it, but God, does it fit well.
And if the Pope does ever change that rule about, older men and younger boys, he'll be like, I actually weirdly agree with the Pope on that one.
Yeah.
No one saw that coming. But
but yeah, so I think he could be a sort of smooth person. Is there anyone else that fits that sort of bill, do you reckon? Or even just another element?
So the question is...
Adam Sandler, Little Nicky, isn't that?
Well, he's the son of the devil. The devil was played by Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, right, yeah, okay.
But could it be Adam Sandler?
Oh, that really catch me off guard.
Yeah, that would catch you off guard. He's like, you got me. You seduced me.
Yeah.
Over to enjoying you.
Yeah.
Is there an actor that is very enticing but scares the shit out of you? That's the real question.
Ooh. Do you know who was also great? I'm just thinking again of different like representations of stuff. Doesn't totally answer your question. But David Tennant in Jessica Jones was, I still think, probably the best villain I've seen that I can think of.
Yeah.
I reckon he's just totally well portrayed. I think the power to me that he had was such a terrifying power, and he played the role really well. He was a super creepy dude. So I think that, to me, in terms of, creepiness or something, he could pull that off.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But otherwise, actor in general, I don't know. It's hard because they're all handsome.
What about Nicolas Cage?
Oh, yeah, now we're talking. Yeah.
Because he was recently cast to play Dracula in a movie, and everyone went, great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
This works well. I hope it's going to be one of his good ones.
I really hope they somehow incorporate into that movie that photo of the guy from like the 19th century that looks exactly like Nicolas Cage. Did you ever see that?
No.
This came out a couple of years ago, and there was all jokes about Nicolas Cage being a vampire because there's this old photo from like the late 1880s or whatever of a very Victorian gentleman sitting there, and he looks exactly like Nicolas Cage.
Right, yeah.
I really hope they incorporate that in somehow to be like, no, that is Nicolas Cage as Dracula.
Yeah. That's so interesting. Slightly off topic.
Yep.
Your friend Jai looks like some ancient emperor, right?
No. He looks like there is a president. I forget which country it is. On a bill. It's like Thailand or something. Yeah, I think it could be Thailand.
Maybe?
Yeah. I believe it's the president of Thailand on the currency.
Oh, right. Okay.
He looks exactly like him.
So definitely like him.
Like so scarily like him. He has one of the bills framed in his house, like up on the wall.
Yeah. It's insane how close he looks to this guy. Anyway, pretty funny. I imagine that's just like, that to me is so interesting, right? Because probably once you mix around enough DNA, there's like a, lottery chance of people just sort of ending up looking the same. But like, unless you're famous or you specifically know the person, because obviously If that president wasn't on the bill, your friend would never know that he looked like this dude at any point. So it's like it very specifically has to have a famous person kind of come up, and then their doppelganger to also be maybe famous, or you just know the other person. So,
yeah, the chances are very slim.
Yeah. Cool. We should move into Today I Advice. So now it's time for Today I Learned. Today I Learned. And also sometimes advice. This advice is by Kilroy27 with the title, Did I Mess Up? Got a job interview in a company where a friend vouched for me because he knows the hiring manager. After reading the job description, it seems I don't know any of the computer languages, and the ones I do have been like 25 years since I've used them. What do I do or say?
Well, I don't know how complex this is. You know what I mean? Like, is this a proper programming job? Or is it something that you will occasionally have to use some computer language? One
whole hog.
Okay.
Here's the thing that I think that this is slightly, I think, industry related, but the joke, but also joke because it's true, not joke because it's not.
Yeah.
Is I think a lot of programmers Google stuff.
Yeah.
Like no programmer totally remembers a programming language in their head.
Yeah.
They'll start doing something and they might know some, basically there's certain formats of things, loops and if statements or whatever, just basic. But then you might get to more complex stuff that you don't do every day and you're like, whoop, have to Google how to do that.
Yeah.
And I think that's so I think
give it a go.
Give it a go for one. Give it a go. Step one.
Yeah.
I think from there, there is a sense of, well, I think step two could be gaslighting. Always try to do group assignments.
Yeah.
Group projects at work where you can palm off your responsibility to somebody else. Play a lot of people at once.
Yeah.
To really sort of make sure that you're not involved at all. Or I think alternatively is if there's a real recruitment drive going on, you should recommend other people yourself. And I try and just get a whole bunch of people that might be on your side for friend. Like if you just hired a bunch of friends, if I got a job where I had no idea what I was doing, I'd say, hey, Cambo, help me out. I'm going to get you hired at this place. You back me up no matter what, okay? And I'll obviously have to back you up because you won't know what you're doing either.
You've all got each other's backs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, and I think that's what, and then you'll end up having a manager that gets frustrated.
Yeah.
Ugh, nothing good is going on. What happens? I get promoted. And then I'm managing all my friends. And before long, I'm the CEO of Disney, and we're all in on it together. And obviously Disney stops producing stuff because we're just working efficiently.
No one knows what they're doing.
No one knows what's going on.
But I would suspect that if you said to your friend, I actually don't, this code I did was 25 years ago. I don't know that much code just off the top of my head. I suspect the friend would be like, yeah, no one does.
Yeah.
None of us do.
Yeah. What do you think I recommended you?
Yeah. You're as qualified as we need. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I had an experience once with recommending a friend to be hired, and it really blew up in my face, which really sucked. When we were working at the cinemas, I even remember identifying when I first started working there, my job before that was McDonald's. And I worked with somebody, and she was a pretty good worker at McDonald's, but, mainly just was friends with her kind of thing. And I remember when I started at the cinemas, there was this distinct difference between people that made friends at the cinemas and people who were good workers were actually intertwined. If you were a bad worker, you had less friends at the cinema because it was a strange culture, which it seems obvious, right? Because if you got a shit worker, then it kind of lets people down. But to me, that was it's actually a less common culture.
Yes.
Because sometimes you can end up with a whole workforce that doesn't want to do work and they support each other in like doing the laziest amount of work. That's what I've seen probably more often in my life. But at least one point in time for the cinema, you do good work, then people would be friends with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Being good at your job was actually good social currency.
Yeah, exactly. And so my friend was hired and she was way more about, I think she kind of took a bit of the McDonald's mentality with her and sort of just tried to make friends and didn't really try as hard, would like get caught up in conversation rather than like clean shit or whatever that needs to be done, you know? And that very quickly became like, then people would stop even socializing with her as much. So then she hates her job a little bit more. And it was like this vicious cycle.
Just a bad fit.
Yeah. And I just thought that was really, sort of an interesting moment. And I felt like an idiot because I was like, I think I needed to like pre-warn her, be like, hey, just do your job and then people will like you.
Which sounds like a lie that a manager would say.
Yeah, it so does.
Actually, if you want to be popular, do your job really well. That will make people like you.
Yeah.
But it was actually true.
That was actually true, yeah. But anyway, but no such luck for this guy. He can't do his job.
No.
Maybe the opposite. Make friends with people.
Oh, then they won't want to
They'll
fire
like you. Bring in cookies every day. No one wants to fire the guy that brings in cookies every day.
I'm going to ensure this even more. Bring in cookies every day, but lace them with an addictive drug. So when you start bringing in the cookies, they're like, we need the cookies back.
Whack in some nicotine.
Yeah.
Nothing that's like super, they're going to get like hallucinations during
or like heroin or something where it could ruin their life.
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
But nicotine's a great one.
Yeah.
Because they'll be craving the cookies.
Yeah.
They may even hire you back because they were like, I can't tell what it is.
Don't know why. We fired you. We then just started buying cookies every day. It wasn't working. Jeff tried to cook cookies. His were rubbish. We fired him. So I think that's how you got to play it. Here's another one, Cambo. This is by Kronos Blitz. Today I learned when Benjamin Franklin returned to America after having spent 9 years in Paris as an ambassador, he was short £100,000 in congressional money. When questioned on this by a member of Congress, Franklin waved the question away and the matter was never brought up again.
I mean, how little anything's changed, right?
That's exactly my thoughts. That was exactly my thoughts.
Because he is often seen as like the bastion of like how great America was. You look at Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
He's just skimming money off the top, isn't he?
It's funny because I was watching, I watched Hamilton, the stage show on the weekend, and there's kind of this part where Hamilton himself has like spent money. It's actually his own money, but they look through his, I don't know, spendings, and he's had to pay somebody to not mention his adultery, and so he was kind of clean. But it's just funny that...
So just imagine that, but wrapped.
But wrapped. He's far more interesting. But yeah, then just funny that Ben Franklin has literally seemingly taken $100,000 and just nothing has come of that.
I want to know how he waved it away. Like how when they it's hard to contextualize history. Yeah. When they say he was asked about it and he waved it away, was just over like months they kept asking and he wasn't getting an answer? Or did they ask him just once and he goes, don't worry about that. And then it was never brought up again.
Yeah, and he says...
Because the second one's funnier.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. He was probably just like...
Who's to say?
Yeah. Anyway, drinks are on me. They're like,
up to the limit of 100,000.
Yeah. And I imagine so long ago, $100,000 is like so way more money. That seems like an insane amount of money.
Could have brought France.
Yeah, probably. That's really funny. Anyway, side note, Hamilton, great production.
Yeah.
And
that's a pretty hot take all these years later.
Yeah. I'm just letting everybody know now.
To be fair, Melbourne only just got Hamilton.
Yeah. Well, they just got it. It is funny how something that I was like, because it's not really that interesting of a story. I'm kind of surprised that it even Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yep. Got it. Are you impressed, Kimber?
I'm pretty impressed, actually.
I'm surprised that he chose that topic, because I wonder how it happened. Where he's like, I want to write a stage show and it's going to be rapped.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and then he was like, oh, a bit weird. I'll do history.
To be fair, I understand the first bit because he's made other shows and they all have a similar style to them, which is they are all kind of this. Lin-Manuel Miranda rap is kind of a weird rap as well. It's not necessarily traditional rap. It is kind of theatrical and more spoken word rap style, stuff like that, which all of his shows tend to be.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But how we came to the Alexander Hamilton,
I feel like maybe
as the show is the question.
He was like, I'm going to find something real boring and make people like it.
Honestly, it could be.
Yeah. Because it's got to be more interesting.
Wonder if he was one of those middle school teachers, that are like, actually the first rapper was William Shakespeare. If he was alive today, he probably would have been a rapper or one of those contemporaries.
Yeah.
Where he was trying to liven up a history lesson
about
Alexander Hamilton. So he wrote a little rap and was like, that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. I quit.
I think it would be funny if he started doing them for just more slightly recent events, like Watergate or something. I just think it would be really funny.
Yeah, the next Lin-Manuel Miranda play is Watergate, but it's all rapped.
It's all rapped.
Yeah.
I can just imagine the scene where people are
Hamilton,
breaking into the hotel.
Like Hamilton, they've just cast it with multiracial people. Doesn't matter who they actually were, which is funny because that would annoy Nixon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Something like that could be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Or maybe Supercurrent, Russia and Ukraine.
Oh.
Get it out there with rap. Inform people as it's happening.
As it's happening.
Is that a bit insensitive? Do you imagine Ukrainians watching a theater performance being rapped live about their...
Yeah, and they're like, we know.
Yeah,
How much money do you spend on this?
There's far too many smiles.
People are spending hundreds of dollars to go see this play. Send it to Ukraine.
Yeah. Anywho, let's move on to shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
This shower thought is by Hips No Good. The idea that dying in battle is glorious was probably invented by a king, so people would willingly die for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know we did this last week, but yeah.
It's probably it.
Or someone that is really trying to convince themselves they're not about to waste their life.
Yeah.
So I guess in a way you could say this is the most glorious thing I could have done. Yeah, go on.
That's how I say it. Yeah, I think it could be. This is much like the premise of The Man Who Invented Lying, where his mother's dying and he invents God. And says, don't worry, after death, you'll go to this happy place, heaven. I think there could be a scenario where somebody is, holding their wounded friend on a battlefield that's been stabbed
trying to comfort
the gut.
them,
And they're like, don't worry, this is the most glorious death ever. And he's like, really? And then all the other soldiers were like, really? It's like, yeah. Don't worry, this one's it. What do you think would be the most glorious way to die?
Well,
where at the end people were like, that was the most glorious way to die.
It would have to be something. It would have to be some kind of self-sacrifice for many, right?
Yeah.
Because then you get the whole kind of martyr thing, which I think is generally seen as like the most glorious way to do whatever.
Yeah.
So say, like in the first Avengers, say, there's a nuke coming to the city. Iron Man picks up the nuclear bomb, puts it through a portal into space. And if he had have died, everyone would have been like, that pretty good. He wrote a nuclear bomb into a spaceport.
Yeah.
That's pretty glorious.
Yeah. See, that's the problem. That's set the bar, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Try doing that.
Yeah.
You know, I might save a child being hit by a car.
Okay, what about how Iron Man then eventually did die? Is that even higher? Because he died bringing back half of all humanity.
Oh, yeah. I saved one child from across the road. He saved like 3.5 billion people. Yeah. It's
because
tough.
people, the characters that were aliens also disappeared. So this is the universe, not just the world.
Even more. That's true. Oh my. Okay. New then quest in life. Die the happiest death.
Happiest death.
Surely that one should be easy-ish to beat.
What if people say you're a bit older and someone holds a surprise birthday party with all your friends, but the surprise actually kills you? Would you die pretty happy because it's your birthday, all your friends are there, they're surprising you? How lovely.
It does. Here's the thing, though. To me, dying of surprise is like a heart attack or something.
Yeah, probably
and there's
hurts.
like still a few moments
Yeah.
of like, oh no, I'm actually dying.
Dying of laughter.
Oh, yeah, that could
You
be.
probably start rocking your insides or something if you die of laughter.
Yeah, yeah. This actually reminded me of, I saw this thing, it might have been posted on Reddit, where there was like an accident where there was a bungee jump instructor, and he said to this woman who's about to bungee jump, "Don't jump yet," and she heard "jump
Yet.
and "jump yet" or something, and so she jumped and like didn't have a rope on it. Do you reckon that might have been the happiest death because she was perhaps oblivious
Oh, okay.
to the knowledge that she wasn't connected? She's like, "Oh my god, this will serve death."
Yeah. Yeah, possibly. Ignorance. Ignorance definitely plays a part, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Being ignorant of the fact your death is imminent.
That you're about to die. Yeah. You could. Let's think about just like standard happy moments of life. Birth of a child, perhaps.
Yep.
You're sitting there with a baby. I come along, shoot you in the head.
That would be my ideal situation.
Done. Consider it done. Gambo.
Now I'm going to be so nervous if Stacey ever has a kid. I'll be in the waiting room just looking around. Where is he? Where is he? But then I won't die. I won't even die happy because I'll be so nervous.
Exactly. Don't think about it, Gambo. Otherwise it'll be all for nothing.
I'll be sitting there with my newborn child rocking back and forth. I'll hear I'll go, "I've been waiting for you." You step out of the shadows.
Yeah. I mean, it's also likely that like there's a small chance that I could be there as well.
Yeah.
You know, as a supporting friend. I feel like you might really not tell me when it happens, just in case. Here's another one. This is by ASMDSR. Masturbation has got to somehow be a survival advantage. I think if there is a survival advantage for masturbation, it's post-nut clarity.
Yeah, I think the survival advantage, it's not even necessarily a survival advantage. It just releases
Yeah.
like dopamine, I suppose, probably
Yeah.
into your brain,
Yeah.
which people will do if they can.
Yeah.
It's what drugs are.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a survival advantage to drugs. In fact, there's quite the opposite generally.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think there's a survival advantage is the reason that we keep doing it. I think we keep doing it because it releases a chemical into our brain that goes, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
What if, though, it was post-nut clarity and we didn't realize this, but actually cavemen, before they'd go out for a hunt, have a quick masturbate, heightened senses, you know?
So would you suggest this after important life things?
Yeah, or just before, I think you.
Oh yeah, just before.
do
So, what's a big lie for?
Yeah.
Stacey and I just bought a house.
I was gonna say
I should have whacked off before that.
before you signed the mortgage
yeah.
papers, have a quick masturbate.
Yeah.
Go. Oh my god, we're actually paying.
Hang on,
an
what's this
extra-
clause?
Yeah. You hone in on
And the mortgage broker's like, damn it, he's just jacked off. I hate it when they do that.
He's got that post-nut clarity that's kicked in. Ugh.
It's like the movie Limitless.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why most mortgage brokers are unattractive men. They have the most success with conning people. That's the trick. Anyway, here's one last one.
Okay.
This is by Vancouver is Great.
Agree.
Mark Zuckerberg might be acting more robotic due to plans to let loose an actual public replacement robot someday and wants the transition to go unnoticed. This is next level and pretty smart.
It's one of those things where sometimes you hear something you're like, hadn't considered it, now terrified of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this one scares me.
This is now a possibility.
Not even just a robotic replacement, but just like a deep faked AI voiced version of him to do all public addresses. Hello, it is me, Mark Zuckerberg.
Classic Mark.
It all sounds fine to us. Come join me in the metaverse.
Yeah. I saw one the other day, a clip of him, which isn't old, admittedly. I'm pretty sure I've seen it before, but it's he's like being interviewed at his home or something, and some toast pops up. And he just eats the toast plain. And it's just so weird. And like, I've eaten plain toast before. Like, but it's more like I'm so hungry or something. I can't even be bothered to do this, to put something on it. But it seemed like he was like, this is just a little snack I have. Like, this is not a normal thing.
I have a friend of mine who's a bit of a weird guy. Mm-hmm. And he did once say that as a little treat for himself, sometimes he'll eat plain frozen bread.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird. That's a Mark Zuckerberg level thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. The idea that you don't need to do anything with the with the bread itself,
apart from freeze it, I guess.
Freeze it.
It's a yum cold treat.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's pretty weird.
When I was younger, my brother introduced me to eating sugar cubes, which was weird until I tried it. And then I was like, oh, it's just like a lolly.
I feel like as a kid, I'd eaten a sugar cube or two. And then again, it's just sugar, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, have you tried sugar?
Yeah.
Sugar's so good.
But see, weirdly, you can't put a mouthful of sugar, just loose grain sugar. It doesn't have the same effect. But if you can suck on a sugar cube, genius.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my tip for everybody. All right, now let's move into podnapping.
Oh my god, I'm being podnapped!
Podnapping.
This is Podnapping, where we nap a pod. We take a topic of conversation or a segment from another podcast or another thing, and we do it ourselves.
I think that we don't get enough credit about how fucking hard that podnapping theme goes, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of all our themes, it slaps the hardest.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Really ramps people up again.
It's my week this week.
It is.
So this is a podnapping I'd had in my phone notes for a while.
Okay.
And then this afternoon was the first time I've actually done anything about it.
Yeah, I've got one of those too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll get around to it.
In fact, this actually came up recently. We went to a wedding. I'd say recently, it was a little while ago.
Yeah.
And this thing occurred to me, which is sometimes at weddings, there's a bit of a trend in which there's a string quartet or classical music playing. And then you go, wait a minute. I recognize this song.
Yeah.
And it's a modern contemporary song, but arranged as a string quartet or classical music.
Okay.
So what I've done, Nelson, I've picked a bunch of songs here that are all contemporary songs.
Oh.
In fact, they're all by the Vitamin String Quartet.
Right.
I want you to try and identify what the modern song is that's being played as a classical arrangement.
Okay.
Full disclosure, I got complete permission to play all of these from the artist.
Yeah. We always do that.
We should mention we always do.
Yeah, it's like Cool and the Gangs.
Yeah, Celebration.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have played it so many times.
Yeah,
if we didn't have permission from Cool and the Gang.
Could you imagine the amount of money in that lawsuit if we didn't? So obviously,
Yeah.
we have.
So I've tried to pick quite popular songs, some contemporary, some from like the 70s, but they're all quite popular.
Yeah.
Are you ready to play?
I'm ready to play.
Okay, here's the first song. Can you tell me what this song is? Do you recognize it?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Oh, God. Oh, my God. This is annoying because I feel like I definitely do.
This is what happens to me at weddings. I'm like, sharp.
Yeah.
What is this?
Oh, it's so hard to make my brain like transition into.
All right, we're getting a melody line now.
Oh my God.
We're gonna hit the chorus.
I feel like I should know this.
We're gonna hit the chorus soon. Maybe that will help. You look like you've cottoned on.
Now I don't know what that song is. Crap.
I will accept
shit. I
song
can't
or artist.
Um,
I would say the song is probably more rememberable.
God damn it. I know the song, but I can't get the artist on it, which is worse. Yeah.
That was the song "Pumped Up Kicks" by
Ah.
Foster the People.
Yeah.
I actually think that as this segment goes, it might actually become easier and easier because your mindset will slowly start to adapt to be able to do it.
It took me a while to like get into it.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
okay.
song is this one?
Oh,
I will say in
Feels
my
Good by Gorillaz. Oh wait,
Feel Good Inc.
Oh,
yes,
Feel Good Inc.
yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
great,
Feel Good
yeah,
Inc. by
great.
Gorillaz. Yeah, so this one in my testing took people slightly longer
Oh,
to
right.
get this one because it repeats a lot. And if
It
you
was
can't,
to me it was the
Yeah.
that bit, yeah.
Okay, what is this song?
I don't like this that this one is higher pitch or
Do you recognize the tune?
No, I don't think I do. for
I'll give you
one.
this clue. Slightly older song.
Okay.
The other ones were from the 2000s. This one all the way back in the 70s.
It's really nice.
It actually does sound quite a nice string arrangement.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
We might
I
need to
don't
wait till we
know.
get to the chorus. of
Okay,
this.
okay,
He's
okay.
yet to hit the chorus.
Okay.
But so far,
Well, that bit there feels like. Oh, maybe.
I might skip further into this one.
Okay. Skip into it. Oh. Oh, hey, touch me, and like, what is that song? Oh, Tiny Dancer.
Tiny Dancer.
Yeah.
By Elton John. Well done.
EJ, I like to call him.
EJ. Okay. You're doing well. I would say.
Okay. Oh, that's good. I feel like I. Yeah, okay. I feel like I haven't
Well,
been
Tiny
doing well.
Dancer, to be fair to you, the chorus doesn't come into Tiny Dancer until a fair way into that
Really
song.
way into it. Yeah. Okay.
What is this song?
What is that song? American Pie? Is that? I mean,
Not American Pie.
Feeling alright. What is that song?
You recognize this? You clearly recognize the song.
Yeah.
I'll wait till it gets to the chorus again, and if you don't remember the lyrics at the chorus, then I'll tell you.
I know the song 100%. Now I just gotta get the name. Oh, Piano Man.
Piano Man, well
damn
done.
it.
Well done. That's Piano Man by
Yeah,
Billy Joel.
I should have got that earlier. Okay.
What is this song?
Yeah. Come home. Work sucks. I know. She left me roses by the stairs.
And that song is?
Wedding Cabiz. I know all the words. Says, I'm an okay. Turn the lights off. Carry me home.
I'll accept song or artist.
It's like, it's one that I like super duper know. He's gonna kill me. Did they ever say the name of the song in
The first lyrics of the song are the name of the song.
Oh, god damn it.
But it's not said in the chorus.
I don't know this. Everybody is yelling at me through the podcast, and I hate it because I can hear them.
This song is All the Small Things
All
by
the
Blink-182.
All the small things.
All right, I'm gonna stick with rock from this period, which is the early 2000s.
Okay.
I'm not this next song. I'm actually not totally sure how familiar you are with this band. This song was a big hit, but I do now fear that there's a chance that you don't know the song all that well.
Okay.
But I'm gonna play this.
The best.
Yeah,
the
well
best,
done.
The best of you.
I mean, it's
The
called
best?
Best of You.
Oh, okay, Best of You, yeah.
Best of You by Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters, right, yeah.
Yes, I put
See,
in
to
because
me, this-
a couple of weeks ago, Taylor Hawkins, the drummer of Foo Fighters, passed away.
Oh.
So I thought that would be a nice little...
An homage.
An homage, as they say.
Is that a French pronunciation?
Yes, how the French pronounce it. What about this song?
Oh. Yeah. I know this one too.
This song is actually another song that makes quite a nice
like
classical
Green Day or
arrangement.
something,
It's not
maybe?
Green Day.
Is it like close to? Oh, maybe not. They all sound the same to me. It's like Nevermind or something.
It's not Nevermind.
It's one of those like punk rock emo bands or something.
Yeah, it's. I would say it's more nu metal. Nu metal is obviously the fusion of rap and rock.
Yeah. Like me and be less like you. I don't know.
Okay, well,
I'm so bad with song names and
You clearly recognize the song.
I recognize the song. Give me full points, please.
That was the song Numb.
Oh, I didn't realize it's called. No, I don't think I would have got that.
By I've Become So Numb is what he sings in the chorus.
Right, okay.
By Linkin Park.
Linkin Park. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I feel like actually I should have got Linkin Park. Okay. But I didn't know that was called.
What about this song? Slightly older 90s song, this one.
Okay.
I'll accept the name of this one because I think you'll get the name before you get the pound. Do you recognize that tune?
Not really. Yeah, this bit I know. Perfect. It's Creep.
Creep. Well
done. I know this one. No, that's another song that they do, isn't it? I was going to say Smoke in the Water. That's another.
No, that's a different song, different band.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I actually associate those two. What is there a reason why I associate those two?
I don't know.
You tell me, Kevin. You tell me.
This is Creep by Radiohead.
Oh, okay, Radiohead.
Yes, and then this is the last one I've got here. I have to play this one off YouTube.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, this could be a weirder one. Pokemon.
It is the Pokemon theme. Well, you got it before it even got too epic. It does get quite epic.
Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. Oh, there's lyrics.
Yeah,
we can karaoke it.
Yes, that was the theme to Pokemon.
Yes. Nailed it.
Well, I think you did pretty well there. You're not necessarily a music guy per se, so I tried to pick big popular songs, but I think you recognize them pretty well.
Here's the thing that I would like to say. I would like to defend people like myself, where somebody will say to me, "You're not a very big music person," but I'm like, "No, I think I am a decent music person. It's just that I don't remember the names of songs and bands and
you
stuff."
recognized all of those songs, which was a subscat of decades and genres. So.
Yeah. So it's like, because I was like, I like music. I enjoy music. I just never, there is a part of my brain that doesn't want to know or care about who's singing it and what it's called. Anywho, now it's time for the Ask Me Anything, where listeners of the show, just like you, listener, can write in and ask us anything you want.
Go on here from CN that apparently got lost in our inbox for several weeks until they had to reach out to us and explain.
I think right on time.
Yeah, I think right on time. They say, use this email as an excuse to talk about something you want to talk about, but for whatever reason haven't squeezed into an episode. I guess to make it technically an AMA, what's something you want to talk about this episode but haven't? Sincerely, CN.
Good to hear from good old CN.
Yeah.
Feel like it's been a while.
It's been a while. Partly it's been a while since I messaged in.
Yeah.
And then longer because it went to our junk mail.
Because it went straight there. I like to think that, I don't know if this is true, but I like to think that CN has emailed so many people, and never used to go to junk mail, emailed so many people that they've reported it as spam.
Yeah, right.
And now Google's like, we get you.
Gotcha.
We get you, this guy. Anywho, anything in particular you'd like to squeeze into this episode?
Look, nothing that I'm desperate to squeeze into, but if we wanted to bring up something, I can.
Yeah.
Which is the other night, kind of late at night, Stacey and I are both tired, and we wanted to put on a movie, but it needs to be brainless.
Yeah.
Right? That was the prerequisite. Don't want to have to think about it.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you know, the new Jackass movie has just been released on digital.
Okay.
And she said, I've never seen a Jackass movie.
What?
And I said, oh, okay, well, we don't have to watch it. She goes, no, I'll watch a Jackass movie.
Okay.
It was interesting to see someone that isn't used to a Jackass movie or what they do, Because at one point she turned to me and said, "This isn't a movie."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, no, this is just," she goes, "They just do bits and then it like fades to black." And I was like, "Yeah, no, this is what it's all going to be."
That's it.
Yeah. And then at another point she said, "This is just like them peer pressuring each other into stuff."
Yeah.
And again, I went, yeah, no, that's what this is. Yeah, that's what this is.
You're not saying anything revolutionary. Yeah.
But it was so interesting to see, like, there was such an innocence to her reaction to stuff.
Yeah.
I also, the newest one is probably the most new Jackass viewer friendly. Less poop, less vomit, less all the kind of disgusting stuff.
They got older and boring, am I right?
A lot of dick, though. Like, you're seeing a lot of penis.
Okay.
So, like, it's not nothing.
Yeah.
But I originally was like, this new one's going to be the easiest for you to stomach, I think.
Yeah.
But it was just such an interesting experience because I feel like guys of our generation, even if you never specifically watched them, you just got what Jackass was.
Yeah.
Like, you just understood what it was going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And to see someone that didn't have that much of a point of reference other than small clips and trailers on a TV spot or something, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that was an interesting experience.
Very interesting. I'm glad you brought it up on the podcast, Cambo. Oh, lucky we got this AMA. I'd like to say two things. Firstly, I should say we're recording early again.
Yeah.
So this is going to be slightly dated reference.
We're still trying to work out which one of us is going to Spain, by the way.
Yeah.
Without one.
It's a toughie. So still talking about the fallout of the Oscars with Will Smith smacking Chris Rock.
Yep.
Two things I want to say.
Yep.
One is, what did Will Smith leave on Chris Rock's face?
Handprint.
Oh, so close. Fresh prints.
Fresh prints. Very good.
Good one.
Very
Good one. Number two.
Yeah.
I'm already so over all the memes and stuff about it.
Yeah.
Like, so instantly. This is literally day 2 or 3 or
At time of recording.
At time of recording, after it's happened, and I'm already so unbelievably over it.
Yeah.
Just scrolling through Reddit, I'm like, oh my God, just give it up already. Like, the memes were funny, and then I was like, and they're still kind of funny, but at the same time, I was like, I just want something else to happen.
The next thing I want to hear is in 6 months' time when I see a clip of Chris Rock joking about it in his stand-up.
Yeah,
that's the next thing I want to hear.
Yeah, that's the next thing. Also, Ricky Gervais comments on it. For some reason, I will also want to see it.
Though I
I
never know with current day Ricky.
Yeah.
If he'll be like, oh, they're trying to cancel me for this.
That's why I want to know.
But you know how Ricky tends to love to play the victim lately?
Yeah, right.
Somehow to turn it into how people are against him.
Yeah. Well, I did read very recently that he's coming out with a new show, and he's like, I'm really super trying to push the envelope with this one and get cancelled kind of thing, because, which obviously could be a marketing thing, but I would think it's a marketing thing for anybody that not Ricky Gervais.
Yeah,
Ricky Gervais seems like he will actually try to do that. Like, he will try to prove that his jokes are not over the line, but he will get cancelled for it anyway. I think is like the point that he's often trying to make, you know.
Ricky Gervais also morphed into a comic that constantly says you can't say anything these days, but has made a career of saying exactly what he wants to say at all times.
Anywho, here's another one. This is by Joe. Hi, gents. I have a day off today. What is your favorite way to spend a day off? Kindest, Joe. In brackets, Joey Jojo Jameson. If you ask me, Cambo, I'm not sure if this person's name is Joe.
Do you have a perfect day off routine? It depends where the day off falls.
Yeah.
If day off falls in a period of extreme busyness, then it's a relaxed day off. But if you've had some pretty casual days and then you have a day off, I want to do something.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Mine is almost always just play video games. Because To me, it's like if I just have just a weekend and I'm playing video games, I'm like, ugh, I'm wasting the weekend.
Right, but
I should be doing something.
But if you get an extra day to play the video games,
constructive, yeah. But if it's like, oh, I've got a day off,
yeah,
it's like I can't do anything constructive today.
Yeah, you can't.
It's like it doesn't exist in the world. When I've got the day off, this is just like time has frozen, and I can do whatever I want, and it's inconsequential.
I think perfect day off if I can eat a meal out somewhere and see a movie.
Yeah.
Pretty good day off for me.
That's a pretty good day off. That's a pretty good day off. What if the movie was Jackass, though?
Yeah, but it's a day out, isn't it?
It's day off? Who cares?
It's a day off.
Obviously, masturbate a lot as well.
Yeah, for the clarity.
It's a day off. Yeah, but it doesn't count. Anyway, thank you for writing in Joey Jojo Jameson
and CN.
If you would like to write into us, you can do so. Reddit podcast, READIT podcast at gmail.com. You can also reach us at Facebook, Twitter, and our subreddit. They're all READIT podcast. We also appreciate it if you could subscribe and rate the show and get that post-nut clarity.
Yeah. Get the post-nut clarity, then review the show on Apple Podcasts.
I think you've got that in the wrong order, Kimbo. Rate the show, then get the post-nut clarity. Regret what you've done. That's it. Thanks for listening, and we will read you later.
It's